Greetings, this is another reader. Welcome back to my channel. I'm excited for today's video. In one of my previous videos it was revealed that I'm a Spotify premium user. And this December I had my first ever Spotify Wrapped. In today's video I'm going to show you my Spotify Wrapped result. Granted, if you follow me on Instagram, I have already posted my results. However, today I'd like to have a more comprehensive look on my Spotify Wrapped results. Since I'm a metal fan, you can see from my shirt and from the leather jacket, I'm dressed thematically. Although some bands prove that you can look absolutely normal without looking too metal to appreciate or play metal. So let's get started. I have my tablet here. I have screenshots of Spotify Wrapped here because I'm filming with my iPhone where the Spotify app is located. But anyway, the very first thing over here, the opening credits theme is The Wizard 2017 remastered by Uriah Heep. Yes, I binge listened to this song a lot. I discovered Uriah Heep 2 years ago, in January 2020. The very first song I heard by them was Rainbow Demon, and I didn't originally intend to listen to the full album, but I found out the title of the album and I listened to it, and I absolutely loved The Wizard. It's one of my favorite songs. I have a playlist on Spotify named My All-Time Favorite Songs, and The Wizard is one of those. This is good that opening credits theme is The Wizard. Oh. Alright, the next song on my list is a quite unexpected one. I don't listen to this band at all. I like just one song. The song playing as you face off against your rival dance crew is Believer by Imagine Dragons. I don't know how to comment this. I don't really listen to Imagine Dragons. I just like Believer a lot. But the funniest thing is that when I first heard Believer, I didn't like it. But now I do a little bit. It's one of the non-standard songs I enjoy. Yes, I have such playlist on Spotify. Oh my gosh, this is really amazing. The song playing as you defeat the ancient vengeful spirit. Hall of the Mountain King by Sabotage. Yeah, great song to fight the ancient vengeful spirit. But I also think that Sirens could be a great song to fight the said spirit. Okay, moving on. Here, you spent 7,424 minutes listening. That's more than 87 of other listeners in Georgia. Allow me to explain you context. Until February this year, Spotify was blocked in Georgia for some reason, and I didn't start using Spotify Premium until September this year. Unfortunately, I didn't have much time, but I guess I have more time in 2022. Moving on. Oh, I love this one. Can you imagine that my top song of the year is the song by the band I don't follow? I'm not even a fan of. Your top song of the year was Master of Puppets by Metallica. You played it a very reasonable 60 times, as is your right. Obey your master! Master! Yes. I like to sing this song sometimes, not just listen to it. I attempt to scream this song because I like metal screams very much. I'm not going to scream here right now because I don't want to embarrass myself, but I think I already did when I sang some lyrics. Moving on, my top songs. Of course, Master of Puppets wasn't my only song that I'd listened to. Here are my top songs. Number 1 is Master of Puppets by Metallica. And second one is amazing, Mighty Polish Tank by Sabaton. Yes, the song that is a parody of Sabaton I enjoy much more than the majority of Sabaton songs, yes. But the Mighty Polish Tank is legit awesome, and my favorite part of the song is when the Polish tanks arrived. It's a sound in manner of Winged Hussars, and it's very good. The number 3 on my list is The Hall of the Mountain King by Sabotage. The fourth one is Passion and the Opera by Nightwish. really great song. I did binge listen to it a lot of times, and I absolutely love the cover of Oceanborn album, especially that owl with the letter makes me think of Hedwig delivering the Hogwarts letter. And the number 5 here is The Wizard by Kreator, the 2017 remaster. I haven't found the original, I think it is not there. Okay, the next thing was a surprise. At first I didn't understand what it means. And here it is. Your audio aura. Your top music moods are hopeful and motivation. It's pink and grayish purple, I guess. Anyway, I think this is what happens when you listen to a lot of power metal. Because power metal is full of inspirational, hopeful bands. My top genres. Okay, so here I have number 1, power metal. Obviously, I am a huge fan, at least of some bands. Now I can't say I listen to all bands and I love all albums, but most songs I enjoy, most music I enjoy is definitely power metal and classical heavy too. Second one is hard rock. Third one is surprisingly death metal. Yes, I like to listen to death metal sometimes when I'm not in the right mood. But still power metal works better to improve my mood. Fourth one is Celtic, I hope I pronounced that right. I think that's because I listen to a lot of Blackmore's Night. Oh, and I do like some Celtic music, yes. And number 5 is progressive rock. I like some songs by Genesis. My favorite album by them is Selling England by the Pound. I often go back to that album. And probably that's why it made it to my top genres list. Moving on, then Spotify decided to play games with me. Spotify decided to play 2 truths and 1 lie. Your number 1 Spotify playlist of the year was Daily Mix 1. That was before I got myself Spotify Premium. Second, the artist you binge listened to the most was Nightwish. And third, music was your number 1 podcast topic of the year. Spotify was trying to tell me that it knows me, but to be honest, I didn't know which one was false. Then I found out which one was false. The artist you binge listened to the most was Nightwish. That's a lie. Here comes the artist that I binge listened to the most, and that. The artist you binge listened to the most was Blind Guardian. Okay, your top podcast was a powerful power metal podcast. You listened to 2 episodes for a total of 124 minutes. Well, actually, I have a funny history on how I discovered powerful power metal podcast. I didn't search for them. Nobody recommended them to me. I just typed Tolkien metal in Spotify just for fun. I did not search for anything. I just wanted to see some stuff. And then I discovered this. Oh yeah, that sparked my interest for quite obvious reasons. I realized that this was a podcast for me because I love Tolkien, I love metal. Anyway, you got the point why I decided to listen to that podcast. I listened to the podcast only once and I will listen to it again. I can definitely say that after this podcast I felt inspired, felt warm and very, very positive. This podcast gave me a lot of positive emotions and thoughts and feelings and blah 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 blah. And so my top podcast, the first podcast to powerful power metal podcast. Well, that podcast about Tolkien and metal. The second one is Fantastic Geeks podcast. I used to watch Breezy Voices. I loved her impressions on various characters, but then a few years ago I lost interest. I just listened to the podcast. A few of them were quite good. The third one is The Tolkien Road, a journey through Middle-earth. Yes, I'm a sucker for more Tolkien podcasts, but I love when it's combined with metal. If there are some Tolkien metal themed podcasts, please recommend them to me. Fourth one is Metal Talk Podcast. The fifth one was the Great Metal Podcast. You listen to 165 different artists, but things got pretty serious with this one. Unexpected, my most binge-listened artist to appear, but Spotify decided to subvert my expectations, and my top artist was Nightwish. Yes, I'm even wearing a Nightwish shirt for this video. They were in the top 2% of their listeners this year. To be honest with you, if this was 2012, 13 or 14, I would love to have Nightwish as my top artist. And I'm still a Nightwish fan. I still listen to their first 7 albums. But like I said in my How I Got Into Metal video, I'm not a die-hard Nightwish fan anymore. You spent a total of 613 minutes with them. I just couldn't get enough of Passion and the Opera. Yes, I love that song very much. And so my top artists: number 1, Nightwish; number 2, Blind Guardian. Should have been number 1 because I binge listened to them the most of all. This is kind of strange, dear Spotify. Number 3, Sabaton. Number 4 is Blackmore's Night. Yes, I'm a huge fan of Blackmore's Night. I revisit their albums, but Blackmore's Night should be above Sabaton because I listen to Blackmore's Night more often than to Sabaton. And number 5 surprised me very much. It was Kreator. I didn't expect Kreator to be here. I thought Black Sabbath or Iron Maiden or some other band would be here, but now I realize that Kreator belongs in this list because I began listening to a lot of Kreator. I really like their Gods of Violence album. A week ago I listened to Violent Revolution and Enemy of God. And I like the albums, the early albums like Pleasure to Kill and Extreme Aggression. Kreator deserves to be here. Okay, and now the finale. The conclusion. Top artists: Nightwish, Blind Guardian, Sabaton, Blackmore's Night, Kreator. My top songs: Master of Puppets, Mighty Polish Tank, Hall of the Mountain King, Passion and the Opera, and The Wizard. My minutes listened 7,424, and top genre power metal. Power metal deserves to be my top genre because I love it very much. The only genre that is close to power metal that probably should have been in the list is the traditional heavy metal, like Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath, and you know, get the point. And that was it. This was my Spotify Wrapped. What are your Spotify Wrapped results? Share them with me down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. See you next time. Goodbye.